God told me to start a business a few years back, and I did. I created Empathy Empire, and the message I heard was through self empathy, self trust, and self love, you can find your own inner light. And once you find that light, you shine it out into the world and you create a better existence for everybody else. You co create with everybody, so to speak. And I took what I heard and I wanted to tell everybody. I made shirts, never sold them. I got online, started talking, started connecting with people. I started just like magnetizing people in. And it has been years later, and I am just now realizing that the message I received was not for me to tell everybody else, but it was instructions for me, for me to have self trust, self love, and self empathy so that I could shine my light out into the world and be an example, an embodiment of what it means to find your light and shine it and live in it unapologetically. And it's been very humbling to come to that realization that, hey, that message was for you. That message wasn't supposed to be what everybody else was supposed to get. You heard it. It was for you. And I am learning more and more the self-trust part, because self-love came quickly because I wanted romantic love. I wanted my partner. I wanted my divine union to begin. And so self-love that's the only way to actually magnetize a true connection. Self-empathy is what got me to the point where I could even hear what God was trying to tell me. And through my union and building my family, I am learning self-trust. And part of that is being here, doing this, getting serious about being seen. I found my light, and I would be a hypocrite, and I wouldn't be following instructions if I didn't actually shine the light that I have found within myself, that I've uncovered, and that I felt, that we all feel, but we aren't really sure where it comes from or how to navigate to it. How do we find that? And I found mine, and not sharing that with people, it's irresponsible. And that comes from fear. That comes from lack mentality, scarcity, because, well, how is that going to help me? How's it going to help my family? It's the assignment. God takes care of everything else. The divine does not have lack. And self-trust has been a journey for me as a woman, as a mom, as a partner. We've been in it a few years, but I am new to relationships. My relationships didn't last long because I didn't feel the connection that I was really yearning for. And I don't stay where it's obvious I'm not meant to be. And I never wanted to hold on to anyone that I knew was not mine and I knew I was not theirs. I want people to actually be happy. I want them to be in love. And so once I finally found my partner, the journey really began. That is when I began the journey of trusting myself and really understanding, really integrating the self-love and self-empathy because relationships don't just come perfectly packaged. You don't just get into a relationship and it's all magical because there's a connection and it's obvious you're meant to be together. There's work to be done in the relationship, in life, and on yourself, most importantly. And the self-trust that I have been struggling with is being seen. I've gotten a lot of attention throughout my life, not wanted. And so it was so easy for me to say, "Oh, no. I don't need to be seen. It's not like a huge deal for me. I'll pass." But you don't get to pass on God's assignment. Life just gets harder after that. You start to feel the gap between what you were told to do and what you're doing, and they're not matching up. And this is me following my assignment. God told me to start a business because that is how I will grow. And growth is my number one need in life. I thrive on it. I love growing. And this has been one thing that has been hard for me. I can do so many things. I'll overcome my ego in so many different ways. But showing up online consistently and taking it serious, making it a craft, prioritizing it, has been a struggle for me because that little voice in my head says, "Oh, I don't care about that. Why do I need to do that?" Asking all the questions, analysis paralysis, all the excuses, loser excuses, lack excuses, scarcity excuses, fear, false evidence appearing real. I used to hate that saying, but it's so real. It's so real. And I am blessed and grateful that I have a partner who supports me and pushes me and encourages me to do what God told me to do and what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to help people. And through Empathy Empire with my partner, we have helped people. But that's not the full assignment. God told me to show up fully as me, to be an example of the embodiment that we talk about. And I wasn't doing it. And so here I am doing it. And I hope it inspires somebody else to do it also. Because I know I'm not super special and I'm just supposed to show up. No, a lot of people are supposed to show up. And that fear of being seen, that fear of showing up consistently, that fear of actually trying, it holds us back. So if you are listening to this and you stayed through the whole thing, this was for you. This is for us. We're clocking in. The assignment's due. Okay? I love you. And I will see you again very soon.